Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. This is the Big Girl Diary. I like that instrumental. Oh my goodness, liar, liar, pants on fire. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Look, man, I got some fire for you today. Just when you think the hate around Marilyn Manson is not enough, they add some extra stank. Now they want to say he's a racist. First they call him a grapist, then they call him an H trafficker, then they call him, what else they call him? An A abuser, then they call him a DB, then they call him um, pushing little old ladies. I mean, come on, when does it stop? Look, the man made his decision. Evan, you need to stop it because you look silly. Matter of fact, I got to show this right here. It's about 30 seconds. But you can't make this stuff up. I mean, she just don't believe me. Don't believe me. Just watch it.
Women on screen. I mean, I was watching Beetlejuice the other day. I love Beetlejuice. And then the second Gina Davis meets him, the joke is that he keeps groping her against her will, and she literally just goes, just bats him away and laughs it off, and they just keep going. I'm like, that right there is way more damaging than seeing a rape scene, because the rape scene, at least you see the pain. Like, I've been raped, and I can laugh at a rape joke if it's a good joke.
Yeah,
it's got to be
100%.
a good joke, and it's got to be in the right context. Otherwise, it's just bad.
Mm-hmm.
You can't make this stuff up. You see how cavalier and how she was laughing about it. Oh, a great victim, and Beetlejuice, how he was groping her, and she just slapped his hand away, and that was more trauma. Really, really? I'm telling. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I forgot my banners. I told myself I'm going to stick with the banners. Make sure I have it up. And I forgot. I'm sorry. This is some wild stuff. I took notes and everything, and I'm just like, okay. Now you saw that. You saw that. How do you want to see it again? I'll show it to you again. It's just outrageous. But that's not what I want to show you. I just want to give you a little piece, just a little piece of it. What I'm getting ready to show you is that nah, Marilyn Manson is not a racist at all. He isn't. Do I know him personally? No. And guess what? Neither do you. But one thing we can most definitely do is we see how people are out in public. We can see their interviews, and you can tell a lot about a person by what they say. As you saw in that interview with Evan Rachel Wood, you saw how cavalier. I haven't met one great victim who would laugh about something like that. And so cavalier. Please stop it. It's just sad and despicable on so many different levels. And you make other women who have actually been through those things, you give them anger, horror, and another slap in the face. As she said, there was this article that I read how I think I have it here. But before I break, no, I think I had it on my cell phone. I didn't have enough time to upload it. But let's check this out. Yes, I got a little slide. I started to do it in like a video form, but that would have gone too fast. I really want to soak you with this because, oh, this is pure, pure fire. Oh my goodness, she messed up big time. Evan, you messed up big time. I don't mean that right there. I don't mean that right there. No. Now, in earlier videos, and when I said before that Marilyn Manson, when he has on the goth makeup, and Michael Myers, when I saw that, I'm like, I knew they were the same height. I knew it. But that's not what I want to point out. No. Oh my goodness. Now, all right. I threw that one in there because they look a lot alike. I swear she might be his lost granddaughter or something. I don't know. That's me being silly. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Now we're getting into it. This is the one that she was talking about. Yep, but that's not what I want to get into. No, 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 no. Right here. Evan messed up because, or her supporters, whomever started that nasty, ugly, ugly, ugly rumor. Check this out. Well, one thing, and this guy right here says, I can't get his name right. But here, people have West Side guns. They're backing Manson. They're backing him, and they're catching a lot of flack. And as they're catching a lot of flack, they're also winning people over at the same time. Yeah, Maryland's racist. Oh yeah, okay. Now look, again, in my previous video, I talked about you can tell a lot about a person's demeanor. You could tell about a lot about a person's demeanor because a picture, it doesn't hide anything. It doesn't hide one thing. If you try to put a smile on your face and you're sad, your eyes would tell it. If you're uncomfortable, your eyes would tell it. Your demeanor would tell it. Hey, how you doing? You can't hide what you feel. You can't hide it. But let me go back to this. Here. All right, look. Do you see anybody who looks uncomfortable there? I don't. But let's get into it. Kanye West is the only rapper standing by Marilyn Manson. Westside Guns has also thrown his support beside the shock rocker who is currently facing 4 cases of assault. I got his name all wrong. The guy that you saw right here, right there, Griselda rapper, posted a photo of him on Instagram that shows him posing with Marilyn Manson during Kanye's Donda listening session in Chicago last week. The pair were among numerous artists who joined Kanye in a makeshift porch. And it gets better. That's the porch. You can look, really? And look at them. Does anyone look uncomfortable? Nah. They look like a bunch of buds. Buddies. Westside Guns post drew negative waves responses. In the comment sections, many fans questioned his decision to pose and to share photos with an accused grapist Come on, bro. Some followers wrote. Another commented, no, this isn't the Fly God. Boop. Look, anybody feel uncomfortable? After catching wind of the backlash, it gets good right here. West Gunn dug his heels in his defense. Marilyn Manson, despite the disturbing allegations hovering over him. Matter of fact, you all show me where he was convicted. I'll take it down. He wrote in the comments section, until you then shut the front door. You know what I mean. I've been in prison before, and you can't say anyone a snitch without paperwork. You all can't convict anyone off of allegations. And that right there is so true. So shut the front door. Look, I don't see anybody uncomfortable. Okay. Okay. Fly God went on to compare Marilyn Manson with Mike Tyson, Kobe Bryant, and Tupac Shakur, who also faced assault allegations. Y'all didn't stop watching Mike Tyson's fights. You love Tyson, he wrote. Y'all didn't stop. Y'all didn't say that about Kobe's legacy. I love Kobe. You all didn't say that about Tupac. You all say he's the greatest. So get the front door out of here. Y'all are just saying. Y'all was just saying don't wear Gucci last year, and now y'all lined up in the back door. I'm sorry, down the block for the belts. In other words, I forgive you. And that's in stores now. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Look, but he's a terrible racist amongst other things. Oh yeah, okay. Manson has been accused of grape, assault, human H trafficking, and unlawful imprisonment by at least 4 women, including his ex-girlfriend, actor Evan Rachel Wood. Look, oh, he's such a racist. Look. For reasons only Kanye knows, Manson was the last-minute addition to the Donda track, alongside fellow controversial figure, the baby. West Gunn, meanwhile, appears to keep my spirit alive. The next to Griswolda partner in crime, Conway, the Machine, and his singer KC Pluto, Travis Scott. Do they by any chance look uncomfortable? No. Oh goodness. West Gunn isn't the only artist who have caught flack for posing with Marilyn Manson on social media. Last week, R&B legend Raphael Sadiq faced criticism for sharing photos of himself sat next to the Beautiful People singer at Kanye's Chicago Donda event. Sadiq claimed he wasn't aware the allegations later deleted the post. Yep, West Gun support Marilyn Manson's threatens to sour the goodwill generated by his latest album. Hitler wears Hermes. Hitler wears Hermes 8. Now, just Hermes 8, that right there has so many layers to it. So many layers. Which arrived in August 27th, with features with Lil Wayne, Judakis, Benny, the Butcher, Conway, which I mentioned, uh, Machine, Machine, Baldy James. And this is the really interesting part. According to recent tweets from Griswold Rapper, the album cracked top 10 of Apple Music, iTunes charts in 7 countries, including the United States, Sweden, and Netherlands. I had to throw that one in. Because I really, really wonder how much. Oh my goodness, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, wait a minute. I was looking at this. Okay, wait a minute. Because I had it on, I can't see if I don't. Oh, let me take this down. If I don't have it on big screen on my computer, I can't see, and then I sound really that I have no education at all. Oh, okay, little Git, how you doing? The Nanny Diaries, how's it going? Uh, he's gonna come back, but you're absolutely right. He is gonna come back better than this. Just like Johnny Depp, this is gonna backfire on her in a bit. Most definitely. Look, look. Understand this. Understand this. And this is something that people really must understand, especially people like her. ERW. When you're with a man and for some reason you can't get him down the aisle, you get proposed to twice, and whatever happens, it falls apart. There might be it might be a you problem. You might want to look within yourself and make certain changes. Does Marilyn Manson, well, is he perfect? No, he's not perfect. He isn't perfect, but he was perfect enough for you to accept his marriage proposals twice. Now all of a sudden he's all these horrible things because he didn't put the ring on your finger. I know some people say, it's not about that. Okay, I'll go with that. It may not be about that. Maybe not. Who knows? We're just speculating. But when you get jilted and then you throw everything in a kitchen sink and now you have saying that he's a racist. Now, please understand this. Being a racist, it requires action. So, Evan Rachel Wood supporters, what has he done to have that label? What has he done? Besides you saying it, what has he done? I would like to know. Just because you say it, that's simply from what I see your opinion. But your opinion should be based off of something. Prove it, because that's something that being a racist is something that you can't hide for a little while. But it does come out. You'll do something. You'll say something, like the people over in Los Angeles. Oh, that man. Woo. Okay, if you got something like that, show me. Show me where he's a racist. Show me where he has done all of those things. If you can prove it to me, not opinion, nah, prove it to me. Because I got a couple of things. Why are you talking about Marilyn Manson? Why? Why? it was like back in the 80s when I was young, when I like listening to Journey, AC/DC. I like to listen to all types of things to where I literally had to at some point get into fights because of what other people said. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go on and on about that. Oh man, you took me back. Oh, how you doing, fellow cookie? How you doing? I do appreciate you most definitely. Little Git says, I just hope Marilyn Manson gets his day. Oh, he is. Oh, he is. And let me see. Southern law, he did a great job breaking down certain things as far as law. Because remember, I have $7.50 worth of law knowledge, which means nothing. But I'm grateful for that $7.50 worth of knowledge. And yeah, as far as what I've shown, if you go back to my other videos, now it might be a little boring going through the individual sections, but you got to see what's being said within those the court filings. Oh my good, come on, really? I'm sorry, I digress. Uh, Jibs, Jibs and Jabs, most definitely. Evan was on a podcast. Yep, calling him that, and I gotta find it. I graced. I meant to keep it, and I didn't. I should have. And I believe she said 50 women. Okay, and okay. I can't say that. I thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you. That means so much. You just don't understand. It means a lot. I'm more concerned with Marilyn Manson post with Kanye's ATM given his current problems. Yeah. Because of these allegations, you have people putting themselves on a line because it's at the point to where, and I have to thank Evan Rachel Wood. I have to really thank her because she's bringing people closer together who were like, "Hey, man, how you doing? What's up? What's going on?" To now they're like, "Wait a minute. If this can happen to him, if this can happen to Marilyn Manson, if this can happen to Johnny Depp to be wrongfully accused, and it's only just a word, just saying it, just saying it. Oh, he did this to me, but never took the legal path. Never did that for years. Never took the legal path. But he did this, and now it's like men are losing their livelihoods. Now those who did do it, yes, you need to be taken to the woodshed. But if you're using this to get back at your ex-boyfriend because he upset your feelings, he hurt your ego, no. And then you turn around and say, "Oh, I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor, and I'm sorry for the survivors." No, just a slap in the face. I'm sorry. I just get angry when that's done. I think more than a few over, yeah, more than a few flew over the cuckoo's nest. Goodness. All right. Yep, I'm doing just fine. Good. And I'm glad too. I am so glad that you managed to get here. Oh my goodness. Little Git. Uh you got thank you. Opinions do not mean facts. Just like what the guy said, Glitz I can't get his name, on West Side Guns. He said they're just allegations. No charges, no nothing. They're allegations. So I'm gonna stop doing business with this guy on allegations. No, he's still my man. However the guys do it. I'm silly. I am so silly. Um, exactly. Yep. Eminem and Marilyn Manson has been around for decades. Yes, and I've never heard of him. You're right. Being a racist. That is the worst thing you can call someone. To call someone a racist is so hard to shake off, especially if it isn't true, because somebody says something to you that's true. And I got to stop people around my area. Stop calling that man a racist. Stop calling her a racist because she told you to get out the street and not get hit by a car. But you would say, you racist? Really? I'm sorry. Let me calm down. Let me calm down. I'm not going to let these knuckleheads upset me. And then I'm going to open up the phone for phone calls to call in or come up if you want. Let me see. Robin, whoops. Okay, everyone knows the devil man isn't a Okay. Okay. Oh man. He would take everyone's soul, making okay. Okay. You got jokes, but I appreciate your comment. Thank you for being here. Uh, how you doing? Holy Hell says the guilty ones are much likely to be covering it up. Little Git says the problem for Eminem, Marilyn Manson. I keep on saying Eminem? Marilyn Manson is many people have never actually heard him speak. Okay, once they do, their opinions of him will change. And now you make a great point. That is so true. Because he doesn't do a lot of interviews, and then if he does, he's in character. He's not just Brian Warner. He's Marilyn Manson. And I got a couple of people said, "Hey, BGD, he could be Marilyn Manson 24 hours a day," and you're absolutely right. He can be. But the issue is when he is Marilyn Manson 24 hours a day, then how do we know the difference between Marilyn Manson and Brian Warner? That's all that I'm saying. But absolutely, you're absolutely right. Oh man, I had this. Oh, okay. Now let's go. Oh, let's go on with this question real quick. Evan Rachel Woods. I meant to phrase that in a different way. Did Evan Rachel Woods her harmful actions, did it benefit Marilyn Manson? And if you want to call in, please do so. Please call in. Okay, got my phone charged up. Hopefully, call in if you want to. Can rap artists benefit from Marilyn Manson's career? Open to another set. Yeah, yeah. You this is a see. Wait a minute. I think I have. Yeah, yeah. You did. Yeah, I did get a super chat. You mean another one? Nibs and jabs? Yeah, the one that I have is from Jean. But does anybody, and I appreciate that. Let me see. Okay, please remember to like and subscribe. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That is so true. It does cost nothing. Yeah, thank you so much. Holy Hell says, I firmly believe that the best possible outcome for this would be to find Evan Rachel Wood and Marilyn Manson colluded to show how, huh, for cancel culture. You really think that? Call in, please call in, call in. That is interesting. Call in, please. That is an interesting point. I just don't. I don't see how anyone would throw themselves to the edge like that. Please call in. If you want to come up on video, you can. If you want to call in, that is okay. Here's the oh, okay. How you doing, BGD? How you doing? Welcome.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing fabulous. How are you?
Good, good. Just busy with my things. So what was your question about Marilyn Manson? What did you put up?
Hold on, before I get into it, can you hear? Can
Yes.
everybody hear? Okay. Can everyone hear? Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Now the question is, I have a couple of them. The first one is Evan Rachel Wood. Let me see. Evan Rachel Wood, what she has done. Do you think her her negative actions will benefit Marilyn Manson in the long run? And a lack of a better.
Well, it depends because, he doesn't have like a reputation like Johnny Depp.
Right.
He already had that bad reputation. So, I mean, I guess it'll actually, once he's accused, because there's still people that truly believe that Johnny Depp is a wife beater.
Well, you're gonna always have those people, no matter what.
I mean, before then, that was never said, so you would never have to believe that. But after Amber, there's some people that still call him that.
Mm.
So imagine for Marilyn Manson, who's called a pedo and, and a grapist and
Yep.
and all of that, how you will have some people calling him that, for a long time.
Yeah, that right there is very, very, very true. That is. And there are some people, even despite of evidence in your face, are gonna still believe what she said simply, in my opinion, because she's a woman. That's it. Because
exactly, and who knows if there's gonna be if sponsors are gonna want to stick with him. So I mean, it's kind of hard to predict that. At least for me, I don't know if if he will still have the same sponsors or people that putting money into his concerts.
and this is one of the main reasons why I'm doing what I'm doing. Because of these attacks. Oh man, sometimes some, and I'm going to simply say women, some women make me so mad who do things like this that can destroy a man simply because she can and are not brought up to task. But I'm glad that Johnny Depp, I'm glad Marilyn Manson are making women responsible for what they say. Because it almost it destroyed Johnny Depp, but he's able to come back. But I believe, okay, it's not about what I believe. So you think that maybe it might be it might go either way.
Yeah, well, I think his name, he could clear his name, but he has to. There's 14 women, correct? And it only takes one
Mhm.
for them. For let's say if he goes to trial, and then he doesn't win one trial, and then that's it. That makes him an abuser.
Mhm.
If he loses one.
Right.
So since there's so many, and I think they planned it that way. It makes it hard to see if he's even going to be able to clear. 14 cases.
Well, a couple of them have already been dismissed because of lack of information, not information, evidence. And they're just saying these things, but when you say something, you have to be able to prove what you say. Now, if he did this, did you go to the hospital? Did you go to the police? No, no. Did you do this? Did you do that? No, no, no. But I wanted to go on social media and say this because he did this, but mm,
And that's all it took
mhm.
for him to be, convicted
Yep,
by the public,
yep.
basically. And, since he has to win all these cases, you never know who you're going to get in the jury. And so that's the thing that I thought about. Like, what's the chances of him winning all the cases?
I think once people um review the evidence, not the opinions, not the allegations, but the evidence, I I believe that he's going to beat all this stuff.
And another thing, like Johnny's case was on TV, and the other one, I think, doesn't he? Marilyn Manson he has federal cases too, right? He has state and federal because
Mm.
of the human trafficking, doesn't he?
Uh, it's not. I don't. No, no, it isn't federal. It isn't. And the way they
Oh,
have
okay.
it tied in is that what's her name? Smithline used an H trafficking within her lawsuit because it can be used on a what do you call it? On a civil level. Lord have mercy.
Oh, okay.
And she's gonna have to. But the wild thing about it is, it's for children from Mexico, El Salvador, Nicaragua, and Honduras for children. She's using that. Oh, when I was like, oh, I am done. Something just said, as I was going through her court thing, I just started looking at the law, and I said, let me look this up. What is this? My head
Well,
spun.
they take on grooming, like if they were children. I don't like that for them to say that they were groomed. They weren't groomed. They weren't little girls. They were over 18. This was a choice that they made.
Yeah, yeah. And Aurora Thunderberg said, you need to be accountable for what you do, and then turn around and cry foul that, oh, well, he did this to me. Well, you were in the mix not only once, but you went back several times, and now it's a
Yes, she
problem.
was. And I recently watched that Phoenix Rising.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. You need to watch that. She actually outs herself because she said, well, first of all, she blames Manson for everything. Everything is his fault. She almost goes along with everything. She's like a brainless gnome or something, because she says that she was with a boyfriend, but that he groomed her and took her away from her boyfriend. It's not the fact that she was going over his house, him in Dita's house, hanging around with him, as movie buddies, and drinking, because that's what you do, when you're supposed to be working, you're actually drinking and doing everything else, watching movies, except for working when the wife is not home. And she blames him for the breakup of I guess she was with Jamie Bell before, and she blames him for the breakup. And it goes as far. It's actually crazy. I have to watch it again to see if I understood it. Even the mom blames Manson for her divorce.
Let me ask you another question. Do you think the rap artists can benefit from Marilyn Manson's career, meaning open them up to a new set of fans? Do you think the collaboration?
Absolutely. I mean, you know what? You have these songs. Like I've seen a Snoop Dogg that he was on. He's in a Spanish song. I forgot the name, and it's this like banda music. And he was in that, so it kind of exposes, if you're a big fan of banda, maybe to Snoop Dogg.
I even put on my community section, because I couldn't play it in a video, but on my community section, there's oh man, what's that guy's name? He's a rapper, and he took one of Marilyn Manson's music and lyrics to where Marilyn Manson worked with him to sort of adjust it a little bit, and he made a rap song out of it. He took some of his lyrics and used it. So that's why I asked that question.
I like it when they mix kind of music, when they mix music like that. I really do.
Yeah, the first time that I remember that, let me see. It goes. I'm going to go back to the '80s when you had both extremes. When you had Aerosmith, and then you had Run DMC that came together to make rock Walk This Way, to where you had the rock and the rap together. And then you had the blendings of the beats and the blending of the actual music,
Yes.
Real music and beats blended. I was like, wow. Even though I heard of Aerosmith at that time, I really wasn't really looking at that, because they weren't Journey, they weren't the Romantics, they weren't Yes. I was into more like punk punk rock, rap, R&B. I was like into music all over the world, all types of music I was into, and where I had to, sometimes when people didn't understand that you were like that, that you like all types of music, they want to criticize you and jump on you, and yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go down that way. That's not where I wanted to go.
So,
oh my goodness.
So, like I was telling you, that you have to see this Phoenix Rising. And in the second part of it is when she outs herself, when she was married to Jamie Bell. Apparently, she says, I don't know why I would lie about any, like, little things. And I guess that started causing friction with her. She would just lie. And I guess that she had to go into therapy, because she would lie about little things. And she's like, I don't know why I would just lie about that.
But
I was like, wait, what? She says that she is a liar, so much so that she had to go into therapy. for lying, which I'm sure she's going to blame Manson for, as her trauma for her lying. That was crazy.
The interesting thing is that Jamie Bell, I read his deposition, and he expresses concern for Evan Rachel Wood. He said either she's lying about the FBI letter or her mental illness. Either way, he's afraid for his son. That speaks volumes right there. That's scary. He is scared.
Well, I don't blame him for that because who knows what she's telling him so that it could make it true, so that he could be scared. Because the fact that she did take him out of the state without telling him anything and puts in an FBI, and it's all so that she could get what she wants. It's like I see her like a spoiled child.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I want this, I want to move, so I'm gonna do whatever it takes so that I can just leave. And I don't care what the court says. I don't care what this says. I'm gonna do whatever I want to do.
Yeah, hold on for a second. If anybody else wants to call in, just make sure you let me know, because if you call, I can't hear you. I can't hear the click. So let me know if you want to call in. But you're absolutely right. Let's see, where was it?
Do you want to call in? I can let you go.
No, I'm just letting people know. Let me see.
Holy Hell says, sure, like hanging around with a married man is totally innocent.
Yeah, absolutely. And not only, man, I'm trying so hard to be objective and not subjective, but she makes it so hard. OMG, she makes it hard. Now, you're absolutely right. Running around with a married man. No, he was a married man. You say he groomed her. How she? Now, look. Let's get the age correct. Is 18 a child or an adult? Is 19 a child or an adult? Is 20 a child or an adult? Please, let's get some concrete. What is it? Are you a child or are you an adult? If you're a child, stay in children's places. But if you're an adult, then take responsibility for what you do. But stop flip-flopping back and forth as it best fits you. I'm sorry, go ahead. That just really...
Well, that's what she does. And actually, she throws the moves on him because I don't know. I don't know what the people that are there think about this. Okay, so she's going over to his house, and then apparently both of them are fans of that book Lolita, right? So he's having problems with his marriage, and she shows up because I guess there's rumors, and she shows up with those heart-shaped glasses, and she knows what the meaning of that book is.
Yep.
And younger woman with an older man. Yep. Well, actually, it's actually a child and older man in the book. But she shows up with those glasses, and she said, which I think is kind of weird, that as a young girl, she used to like to dress like that, with the little socks, with the ruffles on them, with the pigtails on, and wearing these heart-shaped sunglasses. I thought that was a little weird, but to me, for her to be showing up like that to his house, she was already insinuating. Yeah, I think she was giving him hints at that.
Oh, not only that, in an interview she did that I did a video on, was that she read the book, and her mom said she was a little, she didn't think that she should have read the book, but okay, mom, if you're going to homeschool, you're responsible for the literature that your child reads. You're responsible for that. Should have took the book away and said, no, you're going to read this, more age appropriate. So I mean, and she said that she embodied that. She said she went as far as dressing all the way down to the one sock. I was done. I was done. I'm like, you gave that girl free range to do whatever she wanted and did not give her no stops. Didn't give her any guidance in saying no. This is why you're going to do what I'm telling you to do because you're my child. And no, that 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 woman's beyond entitled.
Yeah, so she
Yeah.
dresses like that, right? So
Mhm.
there's a lot of discrepancies as to when they actually started dating. Was she 18 or was she 19? Because at first, because I believe her birthday is in September,
Mhm.
and he was still married to Dita. You know, they didn't separate till October. Like
Mhm.
they just separated, and she didn't go get her stuff till December. But he was hanging around, and apparently that's when she comes over wearing those glasses, and then he's inspired, to write the heart shaped glasses
Mm.
song.
Mm.
But then now she says that she was 18 when she was dating, when they were dating.
No.
So it's kind of hard to figure out when exactly they started having an affair. Was she 18 or was she 19? Because if she's not a homewrecker, then she would have to be 19. But if she's a homewrecker, she's 18. So that's from all the interviews that I read. Because she says no, we didn't get together till after he was separated. Well, if it's that case, then she was 19. She wasn't 18.
Either way, okay. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Either way, in my opinion, simply my opinion, if you see someone's marriage is in trouble, one thing you don't do is insert yourself and create an atmosphere to where that can happen. You back up. So to me, either way, she helped that marriage dissolve, even though that they had problems. And from an understanding, a lot of people have said that she was so infatuated and obsessed with Manson.
That actually makes a lot of sense
Mhm.
because the way, because she also wants to be a singer.
She's a good singer. She's very
She
talented.
is.
She's very talented. It's just her. If you don't give her what she wants, and I'm not a doctor, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not any of those things. I just know what I see. She'll seek and destroy.
Oh yeah, and then a lot of the stuff that she blames, like I didn't know this until recently, that when they got together,
Mhm.
you know how she blames Manson with this grooming thing. She blames him for it, that he separated her from the family, from the mom and all that. Apparently that's not true because Manson told her, hey, about her finances because she was making money. And then she said, oh, my mom's a manager. She manages everything. And he told her, hey, you might want to go to your money guy and ask to see all your finances. And she does. And he says, because he tells her, you're not going to like what you see. Sure enough, she goes to him and she didn't like what she saw, and I guess it insinuates like something was happening with the money, and it had to do with the mom. So she gets mad at her mom for, I don't know if she was taking money from her.
Mhm.
So she separates herself from her mom. It wasn't that he was grooming her, like she says, or that he kept her from the family. It was that she, I think, had problems with her mom after she found out that there was maybe money missing.
To me, this is simply to me. Evan, it is of my opinion that Evan is highly manipulative, skillfully manipulative, in my opinion. That's just simply my opinion. to where she can cause all of this. It's just okay. When you read books, you got to be very careful what books you give a child because they they have a tendency to fall into the literature and actually take on identities of some of the characters in it. You got to be very, very careful with that. And she just was let to go free range to do whatever she wanted. And on one hand, I feel really bad for her. On the other hand, I don't. But Marilyn Manson, do you think that these rappers coming out and supporting Marilyn Manson will benefit him?
I think so because there's more people that are coming out and not being, like, oh, I don't want to hang around with him because he's a pedo or he's
Mhm.
this. Because maybe, and then the lawsuit that he filed also helped.
Yeah, it most definitely did because one of the rappers said something rather interesting. He said, where is it? He said,
And then them too, they can also face that situation where you have a groupie and then they claim rape right after.
yeah, because there was one with Mike Tyson. This woman um said that Mike Tyson graped her. But
I remember that
but
interview.
when
I
you
remember when it happened. I honestly, I didn't believe her.
well,
I
I
mean,
didn't just look at everything. Just look at her behavior before before the pageant and after, and you could see her staring at him. He's over there talking to another woman, and she's looking like, oh, you're supposed to be paying attention to me, you know. Next thing you know, oh, he invited me to his house 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, to his hotel room 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm supposed to go there for work. 3 o'clock in the morning? Really? Okay. Okay.
I agree with you with that. I mean, I know some people may not agree. Well, I could go to a guy's hotel room. I mean, I wouldn't because that puts you in a bad situation, you know?
You know, it took me a long because my mom, she used to give my brother and I to I had to come in the house about 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. No, about 8:30. And then my brother could come in around 9:30, close to 10. I'm like, how comes I can't get the same time with my brother? She said, because two of you are different. You're a girl. There are certain things that you're going to have to do. Your behavior is going to have to be a certain way. He's a guy. I'm not saying it's fair, but that's what it is. And you're going to have to give a certain appearance. If you appear to be something, people are going to look at you as that.
Exactly. So it doesn't look good. Like, okay, you go to the room, you know. I wouldn't have a meeting there. I mean, that's just how I would be. Like, okay, there's no reason for me and you to go have a meeting, business meeting in your hotel room. We
3 o'clock in
can
the
have a
morning.
business meeting in an office.
3 o'clock in the morning.
Things like that.
It's
That's
it's
just me.
wild. It's wild. It's just so wild. I'm just really blown away by it. But but when I look at these rappers now, for some reason, I think that Evan Rachel Wood believes that she's going to hoodwink everyone. Everybody's gonna say, "Oh, you know, I believe her because they're saying believe all women." I said in so many videos, I don't even believe the woman down the hallway from where I live. No, I don't. I just simply don't.
Exactly.
You gotta
And
use.
she makes excuses for it, too. I can't hear you.
No, I just was just shaking my head like this crate. And
she makes excuses for it. Like, she doesn't want people asking, like, what does she say? Oh, don't ask me why I didn't leave. Like, she makes it like you're being misogynist or you're being all these things. If you ask her, well, why didn't you leave? Why did you go? Why did you go back? So she makes accusations like, oh, people shouldn't be asking these things.
Oh, and that right there. Oh my goodness, that is so true. Now, especially young girls around here. Sometimes, okay, forget about my forget about my occupation. But it's to the point to where if you ask pointed questions like that, you're a misogynist. You're a hater. You start throwing all these labels at a person because they're simply asking you a question that you know that if you were to answer, the lie would be exposed. So she's going to say, "Oh, don't ask me that. Don't this, don't that."
Oh, that's exactly what she does. Oh, people shouldn't be asking me this. Oh, why did you go back? Oh, that's just, she tries to make it, because it seems like textbook, like all her accusations of DB are like textbook stuff that she's read. More than somebody that's experienced thing. So she'll even answer that way. Well, victims usually go back. When you ask her, hey, why did you keep going back? Well, that's what victims do. They usually go back. She doesn't say, well, I went back because I still loved him. I didn't know, or whatever the reason is. She won't say I. She'll say, well, victims tend to do this.
Yep. Because a person who would say I is personalizing it. She's not personalizing it. She's doing it in a third person form.
Exactly, like she read it out of a book or something, or somebody else's experience, and that's what she does when she answers some of these questions. And then when she's even when she says that she was what is it, gaslighting?
Yeah. Hold on for a second. Hold on, Nicole. Nicole. What is a wrong question? Women go back all the time. Is a wrong question? Um, you know, um, women don't go back all the time. I'm sorry. Hold on for a second. Women don't go back all the time. What Evan Rachel Wood is doing is she's speaking in. Why did you go back? Well, Evan is speaking in the third person. She's not speaking in the first person. You got to really watch that. She's saying victims, victims. She's not saying I. She's saying victims go back. Why do victims go back? Not why did I go back? I went back because and as she said, I loved them or something like that. She doesn't give that. She just says, victims go back, and that's it. She doesn't say anything else besides that.
I mean, you asked this question because, hey, was this person threatening you? Is that why you went back? Something like that. But she'll say, well, like you said, victims tend to go back, not like, oh, he was threatening me, or he told me he was going to do something to himself, things like that to make it more personal for herself. She doesn't tend to want to explain a lot of these things. And she just says society should not be asking these questions.
It's a huge way of deflecting. If you start getting to the truth of the matter, you deflect. What is it? Oh man, I used to know it like this. I can't remember it, but to deflect. So she's deflecting big time. But let me ask you this question. Holy Hell says, I think that a lot of genres are artificial separation. Anyway, why do you bring up rap together with the style of the lyrics? Well, I bring it up. I bring that up because I found it was quite interesting to bring rock and rap together to where they are two separate genres, for one, which you're absolutely correct. And the lyrics, because Marilyn Manson's lyrics, if you go on my community page, I put the song up there. What's his name? Oh my goodness, I can't remember his name. I got so many names flying around my head. Did Marilyn Manson's song, and he's featured in the rap. So, I mean, I thought it was okay. Wait a minute. So, that's why. But Nicole A says the third person is very weird and generalizing. Yes, it is generalizing because if you haven't experienced it, yeah, because if you haven't experienced, really listen to what people say. She's speaking generalization because she has no experience to draw from. She has no prior knowledge, no prior anything to say. Oh, when he did this to me, I felt like this. I mean, she has no experience at all. So you generalize, third person. Don't question me. Don't get too deep. If you do, I'm not going to answer. I'm going to call you a rapist. I'm going to call you all these names to deflect.
Oh, that's exactly what she does during
Always.
interviews.
Always.
She explains all these psychological terms about trauma and, and everything. She doesn't say, like, what is it that, what does she say? That PTSD, I think it's
we all have PTSD because of her.
yeah, exactly. But everything, her answers will be, well, it's the trauma, everything in these psychological terms that that are not, she doesn't answer the question. She always answers in those type of terms. If you listen to this recent podcast, she'll even answer that way. And she really wants to make it like if you're a fan of Manson, you're in a cult.
Yeah. In politics is done that's done all the time. It's called double speak. Okay. And you ask a question and you divert it. you go elsewhere with it. You go over here, you go over there.
Politician then, because good Lord, I mean, if it wasn't that, I honestly think she has a mental illness, because or she's one of those type of people that just likes, she can't stop lying.
It's okay. We have a culture to where the truth is debatable. Okay, it is alternative facts. We accept me as I am. Don't question me. And if you question me, if you don't accept me as I am, then there's something wrong with you. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up. And plus, I have to say, I recognize it because I was very good at it. I would have made an excellent politician until I had to look at myself. I'm like, I don't like what I'm becoming.
Little Jim, she's right. 18 is an adult. She was an adult.
An adult. Matter of fact, you can go to any place when you're 18. You could vote. You can do a lot of things. Now, there are some things you can't do until you're the age of 21. That's when you get in the legality of drinking and doing all this other stuff. But she's an adult. Now, she has to either take responsibility for what she has done, destroying that man's marriage, destroying his reputation, destroying because she had a baby tantrum because she didn't get what she wanted. She didn't get her toy. She didn't get her Marilyn Manson because now he's with Lindsay. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up. You can't make this stuff up. And And Marilyn, I would say, Marilyn, stay in your age range. You won't go through these childlike things. She's a child.
Exactly. He regretted leaving his wife because I came upon an article with Dita, and they asked her if she kept in touch with Marilyn, and this is after he had split with Evan.
Mm-hmm.
And then she said that, yeah, they kind of talked, that he'll call her. He was calling her, telling her how sorry he was, and that he regretted being with Evan, and he says that he made a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
And she was explaining during her interview that she said, like, well, okay, well, thanks, whatever makes you sleep at night.
There are certain things you can't take back. I mean, I could only imagine the level of humiliation Dita went through, the level of disrespect, the level of humiliation. And this young girl, oh, who's the mamas and the papas? What was the blonde haired girl's name? She goes to Mackenzie. What's her last name? Mackenzie Phillips. Her father was dealing with the young girl and the mamas and the papas, and the blonde haired girl goes, knocks on his wife's door, and tells her, "Divorce your husband because I'm with him now."
That's insane.
Mm-hmm. It is. It is.
Yeah.
Let me,
Go ahead.
let me see. I'm trying to get to these. I got so caught up into this. I do apologize. Let me see. Hal says there was a lot of pressure on me when I first came out not to question anything. Yeah, yeah. You don't. It is hard, but yeah, the pressure is really something.
I agree. There's a lot of pressure, but you feel so much pressure that you're gonna lie and make excuses for whatever you do,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever your decisions are. That's where she has a problem, that she could never take responsibility for anything. Like her, when she came out,
Mm-hmm.
it's always oh, she didn't know she was, like, she didn't know she was gay. No. Like, what does this woman know?
I don't know, but she has a lot going on, and she's gonna have to really deal with that. Now, Jean says the only small minority believe in Amber, and that right there is true. Yeah, and just like it's going to go with Evan Rachel Wood, to where people really start listening to her, and how she won't answer questions, how she won't do certain things, will show a lot of red flags to her. Like, okay, if she won't answer this, why? If she won't
I
answer
believe,
that,
go ahead.
why? Mm-hmm.
Jean, she makes a good point. It's a small minority,
Mm-hmm.
but when she has a big NBC believing her and, putting in all these articles and interviews and stuff that where they invite panelists where they say, oh, how this trial hurt women because now they're not believed, which is not true. She's not believed.
Right.
The women may be believed.
Right. And these newscasts, okay, they are so disingenuous. Oh my goodness. Look, they are getting beat slobber knockered by social media, people on YouTube, because people do not believe them anymore. They are putting panels together to basically discuss a lie, a known lie, and keeping with this agenda, believe all women, which everyone lies, and to make that statement, so it's ridiculous, and it's getting to the point to where people do not watch TV. Why? I could go on social media. I can go on YouTube. I can watch Democracy Now. I can watch this person. I can watch that person. I can watch. I'm gonna put in a shameless plug for me. Politics with Laura. I can watch BGD. They're not watching. And so when they gather people like that, they're over there trying to drum people to look at what they're doing. They don't. They don't believe that mess. They don't believe Evan Rachel Wood. Well, okay, let me take that back. They put Evan Rachel Wood out there to get people to come back to watch their shows. Whether if they believe her or not, it's a great talking point. It's what is political now, whether if they believe in it or not. But they're just trying to get people in, and that's what these big shows are doing.
Yeah, but right now it's all one-sided. If you know, she was on the Drew Barrymore show. She was on, what is it, The View. So she's on this show. She's going on podcasts. She's, I mean, and in that new podcast that I was telling you about, she was telling, like she said that 50 people had come out.
Yep.
And then she straight calls him. You would think that her lawyer would have advised her, hey, don't talk anymore, because she continues saying all these making all these claims about him, which they're currently in court for.
Let her, because social media, you could say whatever. Court, you have to prove what you say, and what he's doing is he's coming after her for liable speech. Look, speech is not free. You can say whatever you want, but there's a cost to it. If you, freedom of speech does not protect lies, it simply doesn't. You may want it to, but it doesn't. It doesn't protect lies. Oh my goodness, it doesn't.
No, it does not.
No, it doesn't.
I don't think she cares, or there might be mental illness. Truly, you could see it there, because her lies just get more and more exaggerated.
Yeah, it's like me. It's like me. I am a supermodel and I wear a size 0. And if you question me, you're fat phobic. I am so silly. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. No, but it's just so ridiculous. It is so ridiculous. Oh, and also, I have a queendom too. So if you believe that, I can sell you the Brooklyn Bridge. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry.
There are people that she's selling that lie to, and who are such believers in this that regardless of what you show them, they will not, they won't believe it. They'll say you're lying.
Well, okay. All right. There are people that are so heavily invested in a person. They're heavily invested in this person that she is the face of abuse. And by them being so heavily invested in her, they see that she could do no wrong in spite of the facts that she is not telling the truth. When you see her on Matt, just look at this real quick. Look at this. When I saw this, I said I have to put this up. Just look. I played this earlier. Is this it? Okay.
Thrown on screen. If it's, I mean, I was watching Beetlejuice the other day. I love Beetlejuice. And then the second Gina Davis meets him, the joke is that he keeps groping her against her will, and she literally just bats him away and laughs it off, and they just keep going. I'm like, that right there is way more damaging than seeing a rape scene, because the rape scene, at least you see the pain. Like, I've been raped, and I can laugh at a rape joke if it's a good joke.
Yeah.
It's got to be
100%.
a good joke, and it's got to be in the right context. Otherwise, it's just bad.
You can't make that stuff up. Have you ever heard anyone that excited about it?
I mean, honestly, when I see somebody like that, I mean, that's like, okay, you're telling something like that to someone that has suffered domestic violence, and you're like, you can make a joke, I cannot, but it has to be a really good joke.
Yeah, but do you see how disconnected she is? She is laughing about it. It has to be a good joke. If someone has actually experienced that, would not be that lighthearted and would not be no, it would not be a laughing matter at all. Yeah, Nicole, heavily invested in the movement, Me Too movement. That's why they're going to stick with her. People get invested in an idea, in a person, to the point to where when that person is falling short of what they believe she should be, they're going to ignore that and stay focused. Nope, I don't believe it. She was raped. Oh, he's a racist. He's a horrible racist. Oh, he's an H trafficker. He's all these things, and they're going to shout you down to keep her up. Now, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to get smart and say, "Okay, let me stop this." It isn't true. Like, I had a conversation. Couple of years ago.
Does anyone want to call in? I can
okay.
drop the line.
Okay.
I'll drop the line so someone else can call in.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
All right. It is shameful. A couple of years ago, I had a conversation with this woman, and she was so deep into no matter what, you believe a woman. And I'm like, okay, do you have sons? She said, yeah. And I said, well, if you have a son and you're saying to believe women no matter what chance does your son have? If someone says something, especially lies on him, and you're saying believe all women. So where does your son stand in a chance in a society like this? Where does he stand, and do you protect him? It was like it seems like that it didn't even connect. She's so into so into about protecting women regardless. They're not even looking at their sons. What if a woman lies? What if a career is destroyed? Oh, it's okay. No, it's not okay. It isn't okay. Okay. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. And it's at the point to where now oh man, Evan, you have painted yourself into a small, tiny corner to where you can't get out of this. You simply can't. Now you have rappers who are saying, hey, shut the front door. These are allegations. Where's the proof? Where's the conviction? Where's the paperwork? I just see this. You didn't do anything. Allegations. And I was really surprised. I have to say, I was really surprised how you have people from all sectors backing him. And I think even more people are going to back him. I do believe more people are going to back him. It to me, it is beyond comprehension how she can just tell these false truths like it's breathing air. It's like, oh, he did this to me. Oh, he's a racist. He's a grapist. Just outrageous. So, I'm sorry, I just sort of went on and on and on. So, let me ask you, do you think Marilyn Manson having people from different genres of music backing him, do you think that would give him more credibility with people who believe in Evan Rachel Wood? Do you think people are going to start um, having a different view of the situation? What are your thoughts? If you want to call in, you can. If you want to cam up, please do so. And if you want to come up but not show your face, you don't have to. You can have your avatar. However you want to do it. What are your thoughts? Because I personally think, Marilyn Manson's going to get through this. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be an uphill battle because you have a stronghold of a mindset or a, how can I say, a conscious a conscious um not view, or better yet, a group think that's out there that is kind of hard to penetrate. But I gotta say, Johnny Depp blew a big hole in it, a big hole to where Amber, I mean, oh my goodness, her neighbors don't even want her. She lives in a 2-bedroom apartment in a cul-de-sac, and I guess everyone who she kind of sort of, what do I say, treated badly, possibly blackmailed, is no longer working. She's done. And Evan Rachel Wood, heck, Alex Jones just got sued for $1 billion. $1 billion. Now now the pendulum is swinging. It's going towards the other. It's going. Let me see. Didn't she leave yeah, yeah. Look, Amber Heard. I wasn't even planning on talking about her, but Amber Heard left the country. She went to Israel, slobber knocked her girlfriend that believed in her so blindly. Okay, she was the one in the courtroom that was tweeting and almost got in trouble, got kicked out. And she goes to Israel with Amber, and then Amber goes bananas on her, and I guess she had a flashback on Johnny Depp and slobber knocked her, and Eve left. She's like, okay, I gotta go, and she left. Yeah, you take care. But what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on Marilyn Manson and this situation that he's in? I believe, and this is simply my thought. My thought is that it's coming out. Oh, um, there's going to be another court case in December, a motion. So I'm going to make sure I keep you up to date on that. Anyone want to call up and tell me their thoughts about Marilyn Manson and Evan Rachel Wood and her supporters putting out this tale of him being a racist? The liar, liar, pants on fire. Let me see. Rob in Finland says he has a dark person, a dark persona. With all of the evidence, Brian Marilyn has actually acquired support from. Yeah, yeah. That is so true. That is very, very true. Now, my brother was a huge fan when we were young, and I know if he were still on this earth today, he passed about 15 years ago. He would be the first one out there with his guitar saying, just, ripping it up. But yeah, I most definitely do agree with you. I do agree. Let me see, little Git. I like your name, little Git. Yeah, Holy Hell did make a lot of good points, very interesting ones. Okay, you're looking for your phone. Let's see what else. You know, this is. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Um, hey, how you doing, Lexi Pixie? How's it going? I am glad. I am glad you are here. Most definitely. I am glad. I am glad. I am glad. Um, as I was saying earlier about Evan Rachel Wood, how she was speaking about the situations in a third person. Um, I can't remember the title for that. I can't remember. I used to know it. But when you take on, oh, great. I'm glad it's going good. When you try to take on someone's life, whether if you try to take on someone's experiences, it's like how people see. My father used to talk about this, about stolen valor. You would have people who say that they were in a war and they were in Vietnam or they were this and that and the other. And they would talk about the experiences and how hard it was and what they went through. And then a person that actually has been in it will ask them just a couple of questions and boop, you're a liar. That's what Evan Rachel Wood is doing, in my opinion. Is that she's saying this happened to me, this happened to me, this happened to me. But go back at the video that I showed, the 30-second video, to where if someone who has had those things that happened to them in life would not act like that. No, none, nunca. Let's see. Trying to think of another word of another language. It would never happen because they would not find it funny. Nicole says she answers questions and talks about this topic like she's reading from a textbook. You got that right. It's not spoken from real events. Yeah, and not only real events. No, they are real events. They're just not her events. They're someone else's events. And and it's wild how she's speaking about it in a third person. She doesn't personalize it. It's very hard for someone to express something that has occurred or a tragic event that never happened to them, but they're trying to get that information out. Oh well, blah 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 happened. It happened to me. Blah 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 blah. But don't, just so unjust. But but I think by you have rappers coming in a different genre, a different mindset, just people that are culturally different. And I'm not saying by them being black, no, being culturally different. There are, well, if you're a rapper, you are culturally different from Marilyn Manson, but they're supporting him and they see through the bullcrap. They're like, nah, that is bullcrap. And then you're gonna have these women believe all women. Mm-mm. Okay. Does anyone else want to call in or come up and say your piece? Because it is liar, 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 pants on fire. Evan Rachel Wood supporters are liar, liar, pants on fire. Anyone want to come up, call up? Yes, she was using a lot of us instead of I and my in her. Yep, in her interviews, so many small details that just prove she was lying. Yes, yes. If you experience something like that, you're going to have emotions about it. You're going to draw. Oh, okay, okay, Lexi. All right. Oh, I know how that is. But she's completely emotionally distanced from the issue. As who was she on? Oh my goodness, when she went in front of Congress. I mean, it was like, oh, he did this to me, he did that to me, and reading and looking up and smiling. No, no, no one goes through anything that horrific, looks up and starts smiling. No. Uh, Get says exactly. I would find that so weird to be talking of traumatic events in my life in such a detached way. Yep. And it's going to be quite interesting to see, and I hope it's televised. Actually, I demand, okay, I demand, I demand to sit here. Okay. It ought to be televised. She brought it to the public. She went on a speaking tour. He did this, he did this, he did this. Now, me, Big Girl Diary, wants you to prove it. Prove what you say because you have proof. If he did these things to you, you can prove it. Okay, and Nicole says, and she reminds me of a psychopath she was speaking about. Yep. Do you see how? Just go back and look at it and see how this no connections at all. Lexi Pixie says, I really want to see it live. So yep, just like Amber Heard, how it was brilliant. And Evan, her goose is done. It's cooked. It's cooked before she even got in there. Amber Heard, when you heard her speak about her experience with Johnny Depp, he did this to me, he did that to me. Oh, I ran to the I went to the bathroom and I went in and I hit him in the face because he was trying to hit me. Just that wild, silly stuff. No. Evan Rachel Wood, keep on talking. Please keep on talking because you're going to have to prove everything what you say. And as you talk, you're going to have to pay him more and more and more money. In my $7.50 worth of law knowledge. And Little Git says it's it absolutely should be televised. JD trial was televised, and even then, the media was trying to spin things for Amber Heard's favor because Amber Heard had Elon Musk in her pocket. She had a lot of people in her pocket at that time. Now, when they saw clearly, they took the Windex, cleaned their glasses, saw it was a lie. Let me see. Lexi Pixie says, as soon as people start calling out her lie, yep, she went up on social media with her BS. Yep. The thing about a lie is you got to tell a lie to cover that lie, tell a lie to cover that lie, tell a lie to cover that lie. Just because you say it loud, not true. It's not true. Lexi Pixie says, And I feel like Eve is just trying to help her, yep, help her hide so that she, uh, well, stage a fight. No. Now, no, no. I don't believe the fight was staged, and I'll tell you why. When a person is being seriously attacked, the way Amber was over her, giving her those those shots, no, that was not faked. In my opinion, it wasn't faked. If you're one of those people that get into a lot of fights, when I was young, oh yeah, no. Um, I don't know that's true. Just feel, I mean, I get you. I most definitely understand what you're saying. I mean, I get it, but when you're in, especially when Eve, when Evan, not Evan, oh, when Amber found out that Eve was a big fan of Kate Moss. Oh my goodness. Mm-mm-mm. Now it's going to be quite interesting. I can't wait to see Ilma Gore's sister take the stand. Oh, that's going to be, oh man, because she broke everything. Oh, that's okay. It is okay. Hey, I look on some of my thumbnails and say, I can't believe I misspelled that. Oh, MG, let me go change it. Sometimes people say, hey, you misspelled that word. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, because if you're look, Amber Heard beat the slobber knocker out of Eve. Eve knew what she was getting into. Look, your love is not going to change a violent person from being violent. A violent person has to change themselves, not how much you want to love them into changing their behavior. Just as much Marilyn Manson tried to love Evan, you can't love a person who does not know how to give or receive love. Only tantrums and gimme, 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 gimme. No. Mm-mm. And will lie on you. Oh, oh, lies. Anyone else want to call in? Let me see. Pixie says, yep. We've talked about that before. It just was a matter of time before that person snaps. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because Amber Heard shot her own self in the foot. She did. Uh, Ilma Gore shot her own self in the foot. Now she has to face her sister. Oh, Evan Rachel Wood. Oh my goodness, her lies. I just it goes into the Phoenix Project. That poor girl who wrote her. She was writing her thesis. Oh my goodness. I know she wants to just beat the slobber knocker out of Evan. She wrote, yeah, Ilma is shameless. Yes, yes, shameless. What is it? Social correctness killed shame. Social correctness did kill shame. Um, yeah, the girl who was working on the Phoenix Project because Evan was the CEO, the CFO, and something else. She wore three hats on that project. And then you had a girl helping her that was getting her master's degree that was doing her master's on violence and in Hollywood. Evan Rachel Wood, she's talking to me. Hey, I can get the inside scoop. You better rip up that thesis and start over again. You better get better data on that. Unless if you're doing a a quantitative, rip it up and start over again. If you're doing a qualitative, you might be able to erase some of that stuff. All right, and Nicole says, Eve is just like it's just like Ilma, just a couple of opportunists riding on. Okay, yeah, yeah, oh yeah. And the interesting part is Ilma, she fell further than Eve because Ilma, oh well, I can't make that statement because that's something that I believe. That's just a belief of mine. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Uh, Let me see. Lil Git says, I haven't seen one piece of evidence to support any of what she's accused him of. No, not one. Not one. Or even what or even any of what others accuse him of. Yeah. I was looking at Jane Doe. I was looking at her case and what she has down there. And I get why she's Jane Doe. Okay, that I get. But from what I have seen, I haven't. I just seen what she said. I didn't see anything. A little bit of the evidence, nothing that showed this is what he did. Not a hospital, not a hospital record, not pictures of anything, not even testimony, nothing. But like I said, you can go and give accusations like, oh, this is going to ruffle a lot. This is going to upset a lot of people. Donald Trump. Congress brought him before and tried to have him. They try to have him well, they brought him up on impeachment charges, but then try to have him removed and wasn't able to do it because they really didn't have, in my opinion, from what I saw, they didn't have anything backing it up. Now you can sit there and call a person a racist all day long because you don't like what they say. Keep in mind, being a racist is what you do. People sort of forget that. They throw that term around to where it means nothing now. Being a racist is an action. It's something that you do. And Marilyn Manson has done nothing besides remind me of Michael Myers. That is it. That's all he has done. Let me see what else. Oh, Nicole says they had enough evidence to impeach. Um, Impeach is simply bring him up on charges. I could simply say, hey, I don't like that his skin is orange. You could impeach him on that. But the thing is proving it and then taking it to the next step of having him removed. They didn't have enough to have him removed. Anybody can file for impeachment. Like, see. Let me see. Lexi says the rumor made me mad, and yet you gotta act like it, and would never be seen with anyone but in your own race. Yep. I had to, I like by me liking all types of music. I got into a lot of fights. Now rappers who are supporting Marilyn Manson are catching black. Why are you over there, backing that racist, backing that guy? He's a bad guy. And they're catching a lot of flack, but they are like, nope, look at it. Just look at what they're saying. Just look. Um, Let me see. Nicole says they didn't even vote because Republicans refused to impeach. Mm-mm. Yeah, that right there. Yeah, I gotta have you on my other politics with Laura. I get into stuff like that. I get heavily into that. Oh, come to politics with Laura. Check out my videos. I really get into politics. Um, I want to be a politician, but they would shoot me because I'll be telling the truth. Yep, you did that. I saw you. Lexi says, I'm, hey, we all do it. We are human. We make mistakes. Not as bad as Evan Rachel Wood. No, that's a straight out a willful act. No. Let me see. Nicole says, they had more than enough to impeach. Okay, I'll bite. What? Okay, and oh, come on. Okay, evidence inhumane. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, inhumane. Yeah, I agree with you. You know, she has a hard time treating people decent, unless if you're giving her something, and then she'll treat you right. But when you stop, she'll stop. Okay, this is coming up on a 2 hour mark. Does anyone else want to call in or come up? And Nicole A, I would love to have you on Politics with Laura so we could really chop it up. Anybody want to call up or come in? Uh, I thought that it was most definitely, mm, just terrible what he's going through because it's so hard to fight that. Okay, all right, Lex, you could call in next time. I will most definitely. Oh, um, I'm going to come up with a time schedule when I'm going to live stream, and I'm trying to go according to what you all have suggested. I put different times, Monday through Friday. I did 3 or 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Saturdays and Sundays. Oh, I have to go back and look. But if you look on my community page, let me know, and then I will pick particular days and times that I would live stream so we all can chop it up about what's going to happen and what's going on. Celebrity mess, court cases, what's going on with big people. Ooh, man, the delusions that's going on with big girls, it is outrageous. Yeah, Southern Law, yeah, Nicole, yep. I watch him from time to time, yeah. Yeah, I do. I watch Southern Law. Let me see. There's another one. I can't quite remember his name. I was trying to connect with him on my other channel about politics. I'm sorry, no, on this channel. But I guess he saw that I was a little bit too small. It's like, no, you're a smaller channel. No. But, they normally do that. They don't deal with smaller channels until the smaller channel really starts to grow. And then all of a sudden, oh, hey, you want to go ahead and collaborate? It's like, I tried collaborating with you, but you never got back with me. But now you want to. So I'm experiencing a lot of that. Connect with other YouTubers, and it is what it is. Oh, I want to thank Ezra. Thank you very much for the Instagram post that you gave me. She was the one that helped me. She found some stuff that really helped me with this right here, finding the rappers and all that. I'm like, wow, okay. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is exciting. It is. I would love to most definitely collaborate more with other content creators on YouTube. I'm trying to learn Instagram, how to. I'm kind of out to lunch on that one. I'm trying to learn that. So I do videos on Instagram. I put on filters. That is so much fun. I act so silly. Look at. Oh, you are so welcome. You are so welcome. Oh, and I'm glad that you caught me, most definitely. And Iceland. Oh my goodness. And I did like that video. And what's her name? Borg. I saw her recent video. She was really something back when I was young. Yeah, I liked her. But anybody else want to call in or come up before I go? Any other things you want to talk about Marilyn Manson? The lies that's being spread about him. Now he's a racist. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. Every time you turn around, they tell lies on this man. Anyone else? Okay, before I go, I wanted to thank my cookies. Um, I have new cookie members. Jody, I want to thank you most definitely. Lori, thank you. Maury, thank you. Uh, and Lexi Pixie, thank you for most definitely joining. I do appreciate you all so much, and I will be giving out some more members content. And I want to thank my super chats. I cannot thank you enough. Oh my goodness. Um, I am just so Jean. It is just I cannot thank you enough. Um, I cannot thank you enough. I'm just like, wow. It means a lot to me. It means a lot. It means so much because I work hard at that, and you work hard for you. Everyone here works hard for what they do, and I am so grateful that you take something out of your hard-earned money and your time and what you do to generate and earn money and bless me with some. I cannot thank you enough. That was her. I'm messing with my mother's aid. I'm just messing with her. Oh man, I like getting her good. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me see. Little Git says, "Oh, your kids banned you from Soup." Man, A from Instagram. I get it. But on that note, I want to thank all of you for stopping by. You could be anywhere in the world, which you are, whether you're in Iceland, whether if you're in Scotland, whether if you're in the Philippines, Australia, New Zealand, Denmark. Where else? Oh, goodness gracious. Whether if you're in South Africa, France, um, it's here, but it's not coming out here. Wherever you are, I want to thank you for spending time with me because one thing you can't get back is time. Mm-mm. Your no good cousin's going to borrow money from you. You'll get that money back, but you'll never get that time back. On that note, I want to thank you. Most help me. Yes, please do so. Big Girl Diary 1 on Instagram. I would appreciate that. On that note, I want to thank all of you for stopping by.